First-time home buyers, generally speaking, they're scared to ask specific questions. They think that if they say the wrong thing, it's going to stop them from getting the home. But that's not the case. A loan officer is, in essence, like an advocate. We help clean up situations. We help clean credit. We coach credit. We help make sure that whatever we're putting together as far as a package to get your loan approved is not going to get the file turned down. So that's what I mean by uninhibited, is you got to make sure that everything is disclosed so we can shape it the right way to make sure that the process goes through smoothly. If someone is thinking about buying, the best thing you can do is have a conversation. It's no more than that. There is no wrong question. It literally is a conversation. Let's use a scenario if you're paying $2,000 per month in rent, you're questioning potentially buying. The conversation should be, I wonder if I purchase, will my monthly payment be about that $2,000?
As soon as you're like, hey, I think I want to buy a house, reach out to a mortgage professional, because you're going to need to know how much you are qualified for. So we review all of your assets, your income, your credit, your debt, and we determine how much of a house can you afford. What we'll conclude is, what's your maximum purchase price? And that monthly payment might end up being more than what you want, so we'll also find the sweet spot between monthly payment and purchase price.
The first thing I would say to do is call your mortgage lender. The reason why is because there's so much that goes involved in constructing and creating a financing option for you that you really don't want to leave anything to chance when you start the process of shopping for a home. You may certainly come across a home and it is the perfect home for you and your family. Chances are a lot of other people like that home too. And it's very possible that those people have already taken the steps to get their financing in place, and they can quickly submit an offer, get it in front of the listing agent, and get that offer accepted. Time is of the essence when you're actively shopping for a home.
So what we can do when I'm looking at possibly helping you improve your credit, I have an amazing tool called the Credit Simulator that allows me to look directly with all three bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, to be able to identify right in front of you how many more points we could gain on your credit report. So those are some of the tools that I'm able to use when I sit down with the buyer to help adjust your credit up. We can look at, this is exactly what you need to do on your credit, opposed to you thinking you need to pay that collection or something else. So we can identify exactly what we need to do.
If you don't qualify, what we'll do is we'll formulate a game plan, so that way we can put you in a good position to buy in maybe 3 to 6 months or maybe a year from now. But either way, we'll definitely put a game plan together. It'll first depend on why don't you qualify right now. So if it's credit score, we'll work on getting the score up. If it's down payment or cash to close, we'll work on saving, or gift funds. We'll work on finding a way to get you there.
The common loan type that I'm seeing right now is either your conventional or your down payment assistance program. If you are interested in entertaining the idea of any down payment assistance or closing cost assistance, then that program will require you to have a minimum score of 640. And we'll cover the down payment for you, and we'll cover the closing costs if necessary. And you can typically get into a home with a few $1,000s out of your own pocket.
I always start with credit, because depending upon credit, it opens different doors as far as qualifying for first-time homebuyer programs. First-time homebuyer programs could be a plethora of things. It could be minimum 3% down. It could be grant programs. It could be down payment assistance programs. So depending upon where that FICO score is, you know which direction or what options you have as a buyer. So if we're looking at the down payment assistance, as little as $2,000, $3,000. If that, I've worked scenarios where people get back even their escrow deposit. So they bought houses with little to nothing out of pocket.
So we're going to just talk about the process and what it takes to get pre-approved to buy a home and get you on your journey to home ownership.
A good conversation. They should feel comfortable in the setting.
What happens at a meeting when you first come in to do a home consultation? Again, it's just a conversation. Usually with finances, people don't want to be judged. Nobody wants to get financially, I say, naked and exposed and kind of look at things that we maybe have felt that we're not doing as well as we know we can be. But this is the relationship that I'm looking to have with you, for you to be able to be comfortable, to be open about your finances. Nobody's perfect. We'll go through every aspect of what an underwriter and what it takes to get approved. So usually people are pulling from maybe friends or coworkers, from their experiences of, oh yeah, I had to have this, or we needed to have this amount down. It could be different, it could be less. You just don't know until you come in and you find out.
What you should be prepared to bring are your last 2 years of tax returns, last 2 years of W-2s. If you're self-employed, you'll have 1099s, and we'll need K-1s and 1120S forms as well. Well, if you're self-employed, you would know. No. 1099s are what you get if you're a self-employed person instead of a W-2. K-1s and 1120S forms are your business tax returns. So a K-1 is like a business W-2. The other documents are last 30 days of pay stubs and your most recent 60 days of bank statements, or 2 cycles.
Summer, I'm going to come see you when I'm ready. I say, that's too late. Come see me before you think you're ready, so you know what you're getting ready for. Otherwise, we're kind of going through life just wondering about a home, maybe wanting to buy a home, but not sure of what it all entails. Right. So I say, come to me so we can lay out the plan, and you'll know exactly what you need to do.
All right, the best piece of advice that I could give someone as a first-time home buyer is really focus on your credit score. Get your credit score above 640. This is going to unlock more available loan programs. Another thing I would recommend is paying off and paying down credit cards. That way your debt to income ratio is as low as we can get it.
So I would just say the first step should definitely be to talk to a lender, because most agents won't entertain the time, because that would be wasting their time and your time, taking you out to search for properties that may not even fit within your budget. So the first step is to talk to a lender and find out what it needs to take to get you into home ownership.
Okay, so my number one advice to first-time home buyers is be a rhino in the home buying process. Be a rhino, right? Be a rhino in the home buying process. Charge ahead. Don't let any obstacles stand in your way. Whatever it is, whether it's credit, whether it's down payment, find a way to get it done and be a rhino.